Geography of Chandigarh. India is a land of diversities in the planet Earth. Geography of India is an essential subject to be studied by every citizen of the country. As a nation, India occupies a significant position in the world. It is a country known for its unique culture, history, heritage, natural resources and human capital. India is a union of states. Each part of India is unique in its geography, culture, language and socio-economic conditions. Chandigarh is one of the prominent union territories in India. The main objective of learning this lesson is to know about its geographic setting, people, governance and contributions in the country. Thus, in this module, the following aspects briefing the Indian Union Territory Chandigarh are discussed in detail. The physiographic setting, the climate, rainfall, land cover and religions, the administrative divisions, population and education, geology, economic resources and contributors, culture, history, tourism and unique features of the state as a whole. The physiographic setting. Chandigarh is a city and union territory in India that serves as the capital of two states, Punjab and Haryana. Chandigarh is located in the fringes of the Shivalik range at 30 degrees 44 minutes 14 seconds north latitude and 76 degrees 47 minutes 14 seconds east longitude. The area falls under the Indo-Gangetic plain a few miles south of the Shivalik hills and between two seasonal hill torrents, the Suknak Cho and the Patiala Kirao. The land is flat, fertile tract of alluvial soils. It is situated at an altitude of about 365 meters above the sea level and shares common boundaries with the states of Haryana in the south and east and Punjab in the north and west. 4 physiographic units are encountered in Chandigarh. The Shivalik range trending northwest-southeast forms the northeastern boundary of Chandigarh and is exposed in a small patch on the northeastern side. Southwestern slopes of the foothills are covered with loose talus material deposited by hill torrents forming alluvial fans. These alluvial fans coalesce to form Piedmont Kandi Siroval formations in south and southwest. The Siroval merges with the main alluvial plain towards south and southwest. The alluvial deposits belong to Quaternary age and comprise layers of fine sand and clay. Languages spoken in Chandigarh are Hindi 90.97%, Punjabi 2.02%, Urdu 1.17% and others 5.84%. The climate, rainfall, land cover and religions. Chandigarh experiences a subtropical humid climate. A seasonal rhythm characterizes the weather and climate in Chandigarh. Chandigarh is characterized by hot summers, unreliable rainfall, mild winters and temperature variations. During the spring season, Chandigarh experiences a very pleasant climate which extends from mid-February to mid-March and mid-September to mid-October. The maximum temperature during this season is 16 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature recorded is 9 degrees Celsius to 18 degrees Celsius. In the autumn, which begins from mid-March to April, the temperature rises to 36 degrees Celsius maximum, whereas the minimum temperature goes down to 13 degrees Celsius. Temperatures during this period vary from 16 degrees to 27 degrees. The summer season in Chandigarh is very hot, with maximum temperature rising to 46.5 degrees Celsius sometimes. Temperatures during the summer fluctuates between 35 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees. The month of June marks the beginning of monsoon, which lasts till mid-September. Winters in Chandigarh begin from November and extends till mid-March. The maximum temperature during the winter season ranges between 7 degrees to 15 degrees, and the minimum temperature is -2 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius. Chandigarh receives an average annual rainfall of 1110.7 millimeters. The highest rainfall received by the city in a day is 195.5 millimeters. The geographic area of the Union Territory is about 114 square kilometers, of which the forest cover is about 34 square kilometers. By area, it ranks 5th in the country among the Union Territories. Chandigarh houses people of all religions, namely Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs, Christians and Muslims. However, Hindus are the most dominant religious group inhabiting the city, with a population of nearly 75%. They are followed by Sikhs, forming about 20% of total population. Minority groups include Buddhists, Christians, Jains and Muslims. The administrative divisions: population and education. The city of Chandigarh is administered by the administrator, who is appointed under the provisions of Article 239 of the Constitution. The administrative control of Chandigarh is under the Ministry of Home Affairs. The advisor to the administrator, a very senior officer equivalent to the Chief Secretary of a state, is second in command after the administrator. The Deputy Commissioner, an officer belonging to the Indian Administrative Service, is in charge of the general administration in Chandigarh Union Territory. The Senior Superintendent of Police, an officer belonging to the Indian Police Service, is responsible for maintaining law and order and related issues in the Chandigarh Union Territory. The Deputy Conservator of Forests, an officer belonging to the Indian Forest Service, is responsible for the management of the forests, environment, wildlife and pollution control in the Chandigarh Union Territory. The population of Chandigarh is 10,54,686, of which males constitute 56% of the population and females 44%. The sex ratio is 777 females for every 1000 males, which is the lowest in the country. Chandigarh has an average literacy rate of 81.9%, higher than the national average of 64.8%, with male literacy of 86.1% and female literacy of 76.5%. About 12% of the population is under 6 years of age. The Union Territory has a birth rate of 21.4 per 1000 people per year and a death rate of 10.22. Among the Union Territories, Chandigarh ranks 3rd in terms of population. The schools of Chandigarh are affiliated to various curriculum bodies and also include model schools established by the government. The educational institutions include several universities and colleges such as Department of Biotechnology, Chandigarh, Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research, Punjab University, University Business Schools, Chandigarh, Chandigarh College of Engineering and Technology, PEC University of Technology, Chandigarh College of Architecture, Government College of Arts, Chandigarh, Institute of Microbial Technology, National Institute of Technical Teachers Training and Research, Canadian Institute for International Studies and Arena Animation Academy. Geology, economic resources and contributors. Geology. The Union Territory of Chandigarh is located in the foothills of the Shivalik hill ranges in the north, which forms a part of the fragile Himalayan ecosystem. It is surrounded by Kandi in the northeast and Siroval and alluvial plains in the remaining part. The subsurface formation comprises of beds of boulders, pebbles, gravel, sand, silt, clays and some kankar. The area is drained by two seasonal rivulets, namely Suknak Cho in the east and Patiala Kirau Cho in the west. The central parts form a surface water divide and has two minor streams. The stream passing through the central part is called Nadan Cho and the other is Cho Nala. Economy. The government is a major employer in Chandigarh with 3 governments having their base here. A significant percentage of Chandigarh's population therefore consists of people who are either working for one of these governments or have retired from government service. For this reason, Chandigarh is often called as pensioners' paradise. There are about 15 medium to large industries, including 2 in the public sector. In addition, Chandigarh has over 2,500 units registered under small scale sector. The important industries are paper manufacturing, basic metals and alloys and machinery. Other industries are related to food products, sanitary ware, auto parts, machine tools, pharmaceuticals and electrical appliances. Yet, with the per capita income of Indian rupees average 99,262, Chandigarh is the richest city in India. Chandigarh's gross state domestic product for 2004 is estimated at $2.2 billion in current prices. Chandigarh IT Park is the city's attempt to break into the IT world. Chandigarh's infrastructure, its proximity to Delhi, Punjab, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh, and the IT talent pool attracts IT business looking for office space in the area. Major Indian firms and multinational corporations like Quark, Infosys, Dell, IBM and Tech Mahindra have set up base in the city and its suburbs. According to a 2007 survey, Chandigarh is ranked 9th in the top 50 cities identified globally as emerging outsourcing and IT services destinations. Culture, history, tourism and unique features of the state. Culture. The city reflects a blend of different cultures within the country. It has been attributed to the fact that Chandigarh has attracted people from virtually all parts of the country. It houses several central government institutions, branches of almost every national banks and research institutes. Also, there are large establishments of Air Force and Army. This is the reason behind Chandigarh for being a land of multicultural people. Chandigarh is a cosmopolitan city that has always encouraged the various diverse groups to intermingle with each other. Therefore, one can find several bhavans and sabhas over here that are actively involved in the task of promoting different cultures. The blending of distinctive cultural aspects is also reflected in the architectural style of the shrines of the city. Apart from the typical North Indian style, you can also find places of worship in the styles of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Odisha and Bengal. The state also boasts the folk music and dances of different communities. Various exhibitions and workshops are conducted to showcase the talent of people. As far as the language is concerned, Hindi and Punjabi are the 2 main languages that are spoken here. However, it is usually Hinglish, a combination of Hindi and English which is popular among the youth. The city is known for its yummy mouth-watering foods. There are different choices of cuisines to choose from. the city has plenty of fast food joints, South Indian and Chinese restaurants. History. In 1947, after the partition of British India into India and Pakistan, the former British province of Punjab was also split between India and Pakistan. The Indian state of Punjab required a new capital city to replace Lahore, which became part of Pakistan during the partition. After several plans to make additions to existing cities which was found to be unfeasible for various reasons, the decision to construct a new and planned city was undertaken. Of all the new town schemes in independent India, the Chandigarh project quickly assumed prime significance because of the city's strategic location as well as the personal interest of Jawaharlal Nehru. Commissioned by Nehru to reflect the new nation's modern progressive outlook, Chandigarh was designed by the French architect and urban planner Le Corbusier in the 1950s. Le Corbusier was in fact the second architect of the city after the initial master plan was prepared by the American architect planner Albert Mayer, who was working with the Polish-born architect Matthew Novick. As Haryana was populated with a majority of Hindi-speaking community, it was on 1st November 1966 that the newly formed Indian state of Haryana was carved out of the eastern portion of Punjab in order to create Haryana as a majority Hindi-speaking state, while the western portion of Punjab retained a mostly Punjabi language speaking majority and remained as the current day federated state of Punjab. However, the city of Chandigarh was on the border and was thus created into a union territory to serve as capital of both these states. Tourism and unique features of the state. Chandigarh, one amongst the first and the best planned cities of India, was designed by Le Corbusier, a French architect. The city mesmerizes you with its simplicity. It was named after goddesses Chandi, the goddess of power, and is the shared capital of the states of Haryana and Punjab. Situated at a distance of hardly 250 kilometers from Delhi, Chandigarh is one of the popular holiday destinations for its residents. Though the city, being relatively very young, does not have historical monuments to boast of, it definitely manages to impress the tourists with its modern architecture and natural beauty. Capital Complex. The Capital Complex, which comprises of the Secretariat, the Assembly and the High Court, is situated in Sector 1. It is one of the most visited places in Chandigarh. Geometrical concrete buildings of the complex emerging elegantly out of the ground comprises of the headquarters of the government of Punjab as well as Haryana. The Open Hand is one of the most impressive monuments situated in the capital complex of Chandigarh. It comprises of a giant hand raising 85 feet high from a hollow trench. Made of metal sheets, the hand is capable of rotating and delivers message. The beauty is that the city gladly receives all the messages without any distinction. Sector 17, the most popular hangout of youngsters. Sector 17 houses the most upscale shopping market of Chandigarh. Apart from the market, the sector also prides itself on being dotted with fountains, sculptures and groves of trees. In short, it is completely a shopper's as well as pedestrian's paradise. Sukna Lake. The nature lovers will find the Sukna Lake of Chandigarh perfect for them. Situated in Sector 1, the lake was created by building an artificial dam on a seasonal stream. Go for boating, relax in the restaurant situated there, or just sit on the 2-kilometer long promenade and take in the beauty of the nature. Rock Garden is perhaps the most frequented tourist attraction in the city. Being the unique garden that is, the popularity is perfectly understandable. Situated near the capital complex, it is spread over an area of around 12 acres. Built by Nek Chand, the garden comprises of art objects that have been made from urban waste materials. Leisure Valley is for those who love soaking in the green surroundings. The valley basically comprises of a number of beautiful gardens which adorn the city from its one end to the other. The popular Rose Garden of Chandigarh, the largest garden of Asia, is a part of the Leisure Valley only. The popular gardens of the city are Garden of Tranquility, Garden of Rare Plants, Garden of Annuals, Bougainvillea Garden, Botanical Garden and Garden of Aromatic Plants. International Dolls Museum, situated in Sector 23 of Chandigarh, has a vast collection of dolls and puppets from all over the world. It is open throughout the week except Sundays. Other attractions. The other popular tourist attractions of Chandigarh comprises of Tower of Shadows, Geometric Hill, Martyrs Memorial and Museum of Evolution of Life, Government Museum and Art Gallery, to name a few. Transport. Chandigarh Transport Undertaking provides an outstanding bus service which is the excellent mode of local transport. The city is established with a traffic park which creates awareness about traffic safety among people through various workshops. There are well-sustained roads which provide ample parking space. It is also more encouraging for the tourists using private vehicles to explore the city. The state also runs interstate buses to Haryana, Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh. Auto rickshaws and taxis are the other modes of road transport. Air. Chandigarh has its own airport which is 11 kilometers from the city. Indian Airlines and Jet Airways operate to and from the city. There are flights from Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru and Kolkata. There is also a weekly from Leh. Rail. The railway station is just 7 kilometers from the city. The city entertains good number of express and passenger trains from Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru, Kolkata, Bikaner and Jodhpur. Chandigarh was the first planned city of independent India. The streets and buildings are very well planned and constructed. The city in itself is a feast to the eyes. So far, we have seen the salient features of Chandigarh state. There is a lot more to be studied about this state. We shall take them up in future modules. Thank you.